Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to be decluttering my bronzers and face palettes. This is probably gonna be like I don't know. I don't want to say I feel like anyway. I don't know what I'm trying to say. This is gonna be a lot of products to go through, so I'm gonna start with the bronzers because I have less bronzers than face palettes. But yeah, the lighting is honestly kind of terrible. I apologize. It's, it's in the afternoon. We don't get direct lighting in this room, so it's not the greatest, hence the weird shadows and everything. But this is what I got to work with, and this is the time I have to do it, so we're just gonna do it. I have a few bronzer palettes, and I'll do those first. Honestly, I feel like I don't really need to keep many bronzer palettes just because I am only one person. I only have, I have two skin tones. I have a no sun skin tone and I have a sun skin tone. So, and they're very closely linked together. There's not a lot of variation between the two. So I just feel like I don't really need palettes that have like 4 different bronzer shades when I can only use 2 of them like ever. And I can use the other ones for eyeshadows, but like I know myself and I'm never gonna grab a bronzer palette to use as an eyeshadow. So that in mind, I don't need this palette. As much as I like the packaging, it's really pretty, I just don't need this palette. I guess I could get away with using 3 of these, but like the last one is way too dark for me. Honestly, the second to last one is probably definitely too dark for me also. Oh yeah, that's definitely too dark for me. There's no reason for me to keep a palette where I can only use half the shades. End of discussion. Like, I'm not gonna babble on about that. That's the Ace Beauté Bronzed in Paradise palette, by the way. This is the W7 Bronze Brilliance Bronze and Glow. I don't know if I'm going to keep this one. This one has... Oh, but that's beautiful. So this one is a highlight and bronzer palette. Actually, I don't know why I put this in with my bronzers. This should have just been in my face palettes, but whatever, we'll do it now. 2 of the highlights are... they're also beautiful, but I can only use 2 of the palette. But again, like, and I can't use this bronzer. The bronzer is like just, it looks green on me. Like the bronzer looks green on me. I can't use these shades. I can only use half of the shades, and to be honest, I have those shades, like those 2 highlight shades, elsewhere in my collection, so there's just no reason for me to keep this. As much as I want to, there's no reason for me to. So that's gone. This is the Makeup Revolution Ultra Blush Palette, but it is actually a bronzer palette, but all of these bronzers are light enough for me to use. So I'm going to keep this because I can use all of these. So I will keep that. This one is a Profusion Pro Contour palette, and this is supposed to be like a dupe to the KVD Shade and Light palette. I don't know if I'm going to keep this or not. I honestly think I could probably get away with using 5 out of the 6 products in here. I might even... No, definitely can't use that last one. But I can use 5 out of the 6 products in here, so since I can use the majority of them, I think I'm going to keep it. So, we're going to keep that. And then I have my individual bronzers. So let's take a look there. I have this really old Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer in Ticket to Brazil. I actually hit pan on this one. I'm going to keep this because I do really like this bronzer. So there's that. I have 2 butter bronzers, one in bronzer and one in light bronzer. I'm going to keep both of these because I do really like the butter bronzers. Then I have this Physicians Formula Bronze Booster in light to medium. And I'm also going to keep this because I do really like the Physicians Formula bronzer formula. Let's see. I have this Morphe bronzer and I do really like the shade. The light's washing it out. So, oh, that's actually a little bit better. It's not quite that yellow in person, but it's fine. But I am going to keep this because I haven't actually used it and I don't even think I've even swatched. It doesn't look like I've even swatched it. So I'm going to keep that and give it a shot. Honestly think I'm going to keep most of my bronzers, if not all of them, because I like them and I like them. Okay, so I have this Milani Illuminating Face Powder in Hermosa Rose. And sorry, I kind of have to like lean back when I'm swatching because I have my bathroom light on, so I can see a little better back here. I just don't, you can kind of see it right there. It's like an illuminated bronzer. Do you see that? I think I'm going to keep that. Again, I'm probably going to keep all my bronzers just because I really like bronzers. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't need that many bronzers, you guys. I really don't. But I just like, especially these big ones. I don't know what it is about an oversized bronzer. I'm just really into it. I don't know. That one looks a little green on me too, doesn't it? I think maybe it's a little too yellow based. Yeah, I just don't think that is going to look great on me. So I'm going to actually get rid of this one. Surprise, surprise. And I think I have actually used this one before, so I don't know. The LA Colors bronzer in Beach Bay. Actually, you know what? I'm going to swap those out. This one is that one right there. It's definitely too yellow for me. This one, now that I'm looking at it, might be a little bit green toned, but I don't think it's that bad. And I think once it's like sheared out, I think it'll be okay. But this one is definitely too yellow for me. So that's going away. I have this, you know what, let's do the big ones first. The Essence Matte Bronzing Powder in Natural. Oh, yeah, I really like the color on that one, and it's nice and light. So I'm going to keep that. And then I have these minis. I have the Hard Candy Marbleized Baked Bronzer in Party Girl. And I am going to keep this because I really like it. I like the shade. And then I have this Hard Candy Instant Summer. And I don't know if this might be too dark for me. Yeah. I definitely think that's like, oof. I think that's too dark for me. And I don't really like a heavy bronze. Like, I don't like to look like I'm wearing bronzer, you know what I mean? Some people like a really bronzed look. I do not. So I'm going to pass this one on because I think that's too dark for me. This one I think I'm going to keep. This is the In Studio bronzer in the shade Fiji. Oh, that is... Actually, you know what? Yeah, that's also too dark for me. So I'm going to pass that one on as well. All right, let me get some of this off of my hands. Makeup everywhere. Okay. You guys, I am just covered in makeup. Also, I should probably stop wiping with this because it's also covered in lipstick. So I just keep smearing lipstick everywhere. Okay, so here's the ones I'm keeping. I've got 2 palettes. These and these. There we go. So I'm getting rid of 3 individual bronzers and 2 bronzer palettes. Okay, moving that over. And then I have my face palettes. Some of these actually might be just highlight palettes. So the ones that are just highlight palettes, I'm going to move over because I'm going to do those with my highlighters. Yeah. Oh, here's a bronzer, but this is like, it's a bronzer palette, but like I would probably just swirl them together. So if I could get it open, that'd be amazing. Why can I not get it open? There we go. So it's the Alice in Wonderland one, and I do remember swatching this and liking it. Yes, so I am going to keep that in my bronzers. Okay, let's see. There. Okay. So here are my face palettes. I'm keeping both of my Benefit ones. So I have the Benefit Cheek Stars Reunion Tour. And this is what it looks like. It's got Dallas, Georgia, Sugar Bomb Blush, Hula, and Cookie. I love Cookie. It's beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Okay, so I got that. And then I have the Cheek Parade palette, and I am also keeping that. It's beautiful and I love it. Let's actually put that there. I don't actually know that I'm getting rid of any face palettes, guys. Okay. Next is the Becca palette. I am keeping this. I can't bend that back, so I'll try and do this. It's just beautiful. Has a bronzer, a couple blushes, and a highlight. And I love it so much, I'm keeping it. You know what? I'm probably keeping all of these, just being honest. I have these 2 Wet n Wild Sesame Street ones. This one is a like bronzer and highlight palette. I'm keeping it. I know what I said about like needing to be able to use most of the shades. Actually, I can use both the bronzer shades. So yeah, I can do that. And then this one is blushes and a highlight. Neither of the highlights are really like super great for me. This one I guess works. It's not like the greatest highlight ever. It's not that great. It's a little dry, but I like the blushes. So I'm gonna keep that. This one, I'm gonna get rid of this one. I have that blush in other places, I'm sure, and I don't really like the highlight, so this Ulta Beauty Duo I'm gonna get rid of. This Wet n Wild Peanuts face palette I am keeping. It's cute. I like all the shades in here. So yeah, that's staying. And then I have 4 of the Revolution blush and highlight duos, and I'm keeping all of these. This one is in Queen. and Kindness. Daydream. And Cute. So all of those are staying. Let's put my bronzers in here. This one probably needs to go down there. But okay. So this drawer looks way less crazy than it did before, but that's mostly because I took the highlight palettes out. I did get rid of 2 bronzer palettes, 3 bronzer individuals, and then 1 blush and highlight duo. So I do feel a bit accomplished. I feel like I'm making some progress here. If I don't, I'm gonna need to be very strict when I do my highlighter drawer next. Because if I could keep this just bronzers and face, like true face palettes, if I could keep this like this, that'd be amazing. I don't think I'm going to be able to, but that would be amazing. But yeah, so that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this portion of the series. If you did, thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.